Hello traders, this is Alla Peters-Plocher, founder of Fibonacci Trading Institute and developer of the proprietary Alpha Fibonacci method. I do very few webinars, I do very few advertising events because I devote my time to developing proprietary systems and teaching traders all over the world. But first, extremely important disclaimer. Please note, every single thing I will teach in this webinar is to educate you and empower you to become a consistent, solid trader across all instruments, all timeframes, all platforms. Nothing in this webinar constitutes a financial advice. All software and system demonstrated as this, and please note, none of the students had ever been paid for their testimonials. And as Chris had said, never forget that trading all instruments inquire absolutely essential to trade with risk you can afford. Past performance does not guarantee futures results. In this webinar, we will cover how Alpha Fibonacci precise simplicity system had been traded by traders of all levels, from beginners to hedge fund managers, since 2011. We will be diving into how to remove pain and speculation from trading with precise and predictive Alpha Fibonacci simplicity. How Alpha Fibonacci system and software identifies precise entry stops and targets across instruments. And most importantly, how you can become a precise Alpha Fibonacci trader with a special bootcamp offer with savings up to $10,000. Briefly about myself, I arrived to US a very long time ago as a concert classical pianist with degree in classical piano and education. In US, I shifted into brain health and psychology, working at Johns Hopkins Research and Psychiatry. I launched multiple companies, and I witnessed how my passion for Fibonacci played out during the crash of 2008. And when I refused to work for top financial institutions, as you will see in this webinar, I'm receiving attention from top financial institutions such as Goldman and JP Morgan traders trading Alpha Fibonacci system. Instead, I chose to launch my website, and as of this morning, my website reached traders in US and more than 60 countries, where fathers bring in their children, husbands bring in their wives, friends bring in their friends, and brothers bring in their brothers to the course. For that reason, I live and breathe what I do, and I'm very proud of our global community, where traders who struggled forever become consistent, solid traders with Alpha Fibonacci system, going from complete beginner traders to prop firm traders. Tomorrow I'm recording 2 podcasts with current students who became prop firm traders. And I will guide you how you can find this on website. So this is extremely important and very powerful part that, again, you can find on the website, and I will walk you through at the end of the webinar. But please note, if you will ever like to see the system in the live markets, please note a link I posted to you for the next week. And if you're not available for the next week, I will show you. When you come to the website, you simply click and register, and you will receive an invitation for the following week. And again, this is a website, fibinstitute.com, where you will find the summary of my work, and you will witness how traders all over the world trading Alpha Fibonacci System. And most importantly, how you can do so. As these are traders, this is our global community. Sam put his daughter through Harvard trading Alpha Fibonacci System. Emmanuel brought his wife to the course, both right now full-time traders, trading NASDAQ and other futures. Richard retired trading the system. William been with me for 15 years, expanding his knowledge forever. He cannot get enough. So many of my traders staying with me, as this month I celebrate 15-year Fibonacci Trading Institute and 21 years of my work. As of this morning, I've been trading the system, and I promise you, when you recognize the power of this, that pure price is the answer, you can trade all instruments, and you will witness clearly every single day that Alpha Fibonacci system forming all markets far in advance. For example, let's go straight to this chart. As all of this played out this morning, and you can witness this on our YouTube, I will show you where you can discover this. This is proprietary system that you insert the settings into Fibonacci retracement tools, and I promise you, as you will see next, children of my students can do this. Complete beginner traders can do this after one or a couple of lessons. So how did we know that this is where market heading to? Take a look. You knew this since September 2nd. As this morning I finished teaching institutional class, price spelled out since September 2nd on NASDAQ. If you are a day trader, that this is phenomenal place to buy from. So please pay attention. I can convert this chart to 5 to 10 to 15 to any chart you choose to trade. But if I take you back to a day before, September 1st, this is the power of the system. Predictive, precise, and simple. No matter what chart you trade, you're extremely clear where to buy and what not to short into. And as you can see on my YouTube channel, we spelled out that this is where market heading to from here. Again, reflect on this. On September 2nd, you knew where price would skyrocket to. And this is exactly what price have done. Price been in pain at this level since yesterday. And again, as I teach in my institutional class, you can back this system going back years. All depends on the chart you trade. Here's the system on Tuesday. Price is heading higher and higher and higher. And as I saw clearly, in Johns Hopkins Psychiatry and research, colors make a world of difference on your brain. This level never, ever, ever to be ignored. So if I bring to your attention this level, and you knew this more than a week in advance, doesn't matter what micro chart you trade, here comes selling pressure, correct? Pure and simple. Here comes a stunning reminder. The end of the minor trend is forever to be obeyed. So if you're trading 5 minute, 10 minute, 15, tick, range chart, whatever chart you trade, you are not buying this level, you're shorting from this level, but you're looking to buy very powerful pullbacks. So when I work with prop firm traders, they love trading NASDAQ because they take advantage of volatility. And with a single glimpse, intelligent Alpha Fibonacci trader knew this is the most powerful place to buy in the last few days, not here. But right now, price is testing key resistance that became key support. And again, if I convert the chart to 5 to 10 to 15, to any chart you choose to trade, you knew this. With predictive proprietary system, hours, days, weeks in advance. So that's the power of precision, that's the power of simplicity. So no matter what chart you trade, pure price for entry and Alpha Fibonacci for exits, there is only one requirement for the platform of your choice, Fibonacci retracement tool, and of course, NinjaTrader, making it extremely simple. Because when you do day trade futures and you utilize the software to day trade futures for NinjaTrader 8, this is simplicity of the software. And when it comes with multi-market scanner, you're extremely clear and prepared where to short from. So day trading is your cup of tea. That's Alpha Fibonacci system with the software to day trade futures and without, as you will see next, across multiple instruments, multiple stocks, forex, crypto, anything you will choose to trade. But here's extremely important part. When I teach institutional traders, JP Morgan traders, hedge fund managers, hedge fund traders, or long-term investors on option traders, this is number one chart that reflects trillions of dollars in US markets. This is S&P mini future that reflects more than 500 stocks in US market. And how intelligent traders are blown away after a single class when I show you how you knew many months in advance where to buy from the bottom, which is ultimate power of trading, to know where bottom is. So let me take you back 6 months ago, shall we? Well before tariff war, March 1st, why not? Tariff war just starts, correct? Market selling off. You understand not to buy, but to short. You also understand many months in advance. This is not the place to short because this is critical key Alpha Fibonacci support. This support took 7 months to break through. But when this support is out, you are very clear where market heading to. And when price reaches this level, in the month of April, with the power of the Alpha Fibonacci system, as intelligent trader, you're buying the bottom. Massive number of institutional orders placed at 4,900 level. Shock or not, news is horrific. News is catastrophic. Tariff war zone. How is it possible institutions buying at this level? Because institutional traders trading Alpha Fibonacci system, knowing quite well many months in advance where to place your long trades and what not to short into. So this is stunning place to buy, not to short. This morning, on September 11th, we are in very different place. That you knew many months in advance where price heading to next. So here we go. Here we are. Almost 6 months later. As intelligent day trader, you've been buying pullbacks. As intelligent options trader, you've been riding leaps. You've been riding calls. You've been placing long-term investment trades. You have not been shorting the markets because, as my phenomenal traders say, every single Alpha Fibonacci trader very well aware. This is critical key institutional support. It remains intact, all spelled out months in advance. And that strategic Alpha Fibonacci chess on institutional chart of S&P that reflects US stock market and on retail chart on NASDAQ and software to day trade futures for NinjaTrader 8. So that's Alpha Fibonacci puzzle that I prove every single day that forms all US financial markets. So I'm always flattered where top financial institutions and hedge funds reaching out to me. valuing my work hugely. And of course, every trader on the planet knows who Goldman Sachs is and what institutions that represent. However, my answer remains no, because I love where I live and I have zero interest being in cubicle in New York. But the moment I will be allowed to work from my home, my answer will change completely. And of course, there is another fund that comes before Goldman Sachs, the top fund on the planet that's trading Fibonacci. But I will let you research when you will see that no one ever comes to the performance of the Renaissance Fund. So that's just briefly my work being acknowledged globally. And for that reason, I do very, very little advertisement, because the power of my system is simply speaks for itself. So 99% of thousands of traders I worked with since 2011, been trying for many, many years. And it's not the reason of their own that they've been struggling so much. It's because traders' brains been polluted by noise, by delayed indicators, by speculative systems, when in fact you see instantly. Price is simple. When you exhale and you relax and you see how powerful Alpha Fibonacci chess is, all you have to do is make a personal decision on the instrument and time frame you want to trade. So here's NVIDIA with Alpha Fibonacci System. Many, many months in advance, you knew where to buy NVIDIA from, and you knew where to exit your long. So let's recap NVIDIA going back years, shall we? As again, you can backtest the system going back as many years as you wish, and I show you in a single class how to do this. So here we go. Here's Alpha Fibonacci System in the month of January 2025 on NVIDIA. NVIDIA reached critical key target to the upside. In the course, you learn the power of this level. Target is reached, key level is out, NVIDIA is selling off until here. And again, as you learn the course, when price comes to this level, you monitor for long. And that's exactly what happened on NVIDIA in the month of April. Despite tariff war, despite all the noise and all the chaos, NVIDIA starts skyrocketing. Of course. And that's how intelligent trader trades Alpha Fibonacci system. It is never a requirement to day trade ever. But if 12-year-old can trade this, if 14-year-old can trade this, if beginner trader can trade this, as you hear on the podcast on my channel, my students bringing their children to the course to trade this, anyone can. So when NVIDIA is skyrocketing from this level and reaches reversal zone, no one should be surprised that NVIDIA right now in bearish correction. Knowing what to do with your position is absolutely critical now on NVIDIA. But since you're attending the webinar, here's a critical key moment of institutional buy point that remains intact. So if you're holding long position on NVIDIA, this is very important moment. With the power of Alpha Fibonacci method, you know what to do with your position, and we discuss this in private mentoring and group classes. That's it. And again and again and again. It is absolutely your personal decision on the instrument and time frame you choose to trade. So my heart goes out to those traders who think trading is difficult, trading is complex, trading is painful. That's because your brain is so clogged up with noise, with speculation, with panic. So as I continue being certified and licensed in brain health, I optimize my traders' performance, reminding you and showing you what makes everyone so unique and different, and why some traders become instantly profitable, but others struggling immensely. So when you build that self-awareness and you recognize something extremely important that I will be diving in Trading Bootcamp into, and I dig very deep in private mentoring into your personal life, into your background, into your lifestyle, I show you that trading is a very last step. That by the time you pull a trigger, you are preset for success, and if not, you know what to do to become successful. Detoxing your brain from noise, detoxing your brain from nonsense is absolutely critical step to your success. So this is proprietary system that I continue developing and building for the last 21 years. Something has started as a hobby. This is my work as recently as this morning. If I right-click on the strategies, this is what I've done in the last few months. And I show to students how every single strategy is connected to the next one. Market is Alpha Fibonacci puzzle. And I promise you, if you're wasting your time on noise, you're making a huge, huge mistake. Every single day, 21 years later, of developing my own systems, I promise you, the best things in the market are extremely simple and very precise. So when you trade Alpha Fibonacci system, you can trade it on any platform you choose. As long as the platform has Fibonacci retracement tool, you can trade it on Thinkorswim, TradeStation, Interactive Brokers. You can trade it on Fidelity. You can trade it on any platform as long as platform has Fibonacci retracement tool. Insert proprietary levels, apply proprietary strategies, and identify the instrument that's appropriate for you. But if you are day trading futures, again, software is a phenomenal tool, making your work drastically easier, showing you when to prepare to short, when to prepare to buy versus not. So I love when this is playing out, so you can get an idea of all of these events. As again, right now we are not in the live markets, but micro Nasdaq, that even traders I work with who trade $1 million portfolio still to choose to trade micro Nasdaq to manage their risks. Nasdaq been selling off from bold red zone. Right now, Nasdaq is down 80 plus points. Testing key, Alpha Fibonacci support. This support is out, Nasdaq will go into free fall. But again, ultimate high, bold red zone is the ultimate place to short from. And again, it doesn't matter what chart you trade, choice is yours. This is the event on the Nasdaq in the last 30 minutes. This is how pure and this is how simple Alpha Fibonacci system is. So it removes all the complexities, all the noise, allows trader to focus on precise simplicity and trade all instruments, all platforms. So let's go to very important part, shall we? Let's review multiple instruments, and if you have any questions, please do post. Here's one of my very favorite charts. Catastrophe in Europe in a play. My hometown is being bombed. The world is in shock. My friend getting married in Kiev. On the day war starts in Ukraine, no one believed this. 6 months later, Euro is reversing to the upside. Take a look on this chart. Mind-blowing event. And again, I'm showing you time and time again how you can backtest the system going back years. I'm taking you back to very important another event, which everyone afraid for some reason to speak about. But I will remind you something extremely important. Here comes the next crisis in the Middle East. October 7th. Intelligent trader understands, despite horror and wars in Europe, this is not the place to short into. This is a place to buy from. Euro continues skyrocketing from this level until again it reaches reversal zone. So today, a year and a half later, situation in Europe is worse than ever. So how is it possible euro at historical high and continues skyrocketing and not selling off? Alpha Fibonacci System spelled this out months and years in advance, while US dollar collapsing completely. And I predicted collapse on US dollar well before the election. Here's US dollar going back a year. Here is September 11th, a year ago. Predictive simplicity. You're extremely clear. When the end of the minor trend is out, this level to follow. This level is next. You're monitoring price one step in advance. Here comes the collapse of US dollar. As a day trader, you're shorting the top. As a long-term investor, you're shorting US dollar. And those of us who love to travel in Europe paying the highest price ever. US dollar collapse continues. There is no good news on US dollar. Pullback is extremely weak to the upside. And you are extremely clear if you're trading Alpha Fibonacci System, why US dollar struggling so much for the last 6 months. This is the end of the minor trend to the upside. If US dollar succeed and crawls up to here, you will see a continuous crash. That's it. But again and again and again, when you're looking on the instrument like Tesla, this never gets old. Shock or not, you knew well before Musk joined the election where Tesla would crash from. And you knew extremely well, despite catastrophic earnings, Tesla would rally. And that's where Tesla is now. And that's predictive simplicity. That again, traded by hedge fund manager in Palm Beach, traded by hedge fund manager in London, in Switzerland, in Saudi Arabia, traded by beginner trader. Anyone can trade the system. I made it that simple and that predictive. So when you make a personal choice and you identify the instrument you want to trade, simplicity is key. A system consists only of pure price for entry and Alpha Fibonacci proprietary retracement strategies for exit. You will never, ever need anything else. There is no more pain, there is no more stress, there is no more confusion, there is no more chasing markets and over trading. As again, tomorrow I have another podcast with another trader. But as you can see, my latest podcast is really one of my favorite. Why? Because Michael been with me for 15 years. Michael brought his daughter to me to trade. When he came to me, he was struggling immensely. He did not know how to succeed in trading. Today, Michael's daughter is 17 years old, trading my system. We met multiple times throughout US. As I said to Michael, we need new and updated picture. This picture is 15 years old. Emma right now is 17 trading the system. So if complete beginner traders can do it, as Pablo just recorded another podcast, take a look what complete Pablo had done. Stressed out attorney who closed his law practice came to me. He didn't know what candlestick was. He didn't know what NinjaTrader. He's trading everything. He's trading futures, he's trading stocks, he's trading options. He told me, I want to learn every system you will ever build. Now Pablo trades multiple prop firm accounts. That's it. So simplicity of the system speaks for itself. And that's extremely important part. You stop overcomplicated, you stop being confused, you stop chasing markets. You start buying the bottom and selling the top and avoiding the middle. As this is what we already reviewed on S&P and Euro. As prices showing you clearly, despite worst inflation in US, this was ultimate institutional buy point. And that's the reality of the markets. If trading on the news worked, every person on the planet would be Bill Gates. It never does. And that's journey of my traders, an Alpha Fibonacci system that identifies all trades as strategic, precise trading chess. We already reviewed the NVIDIA. Shall we move to Apple? As intelligent trader understands, the way you do one instrument is the way you do everything with the Alpha Fibonacci system. So let's review Apple that traders all over the world trading on platforms I never even heard of. As again, you insert the proprietary settings into Fibonacci retracement tool and you can day and position trade. So here's Apple. I'm taking you back a year ago to September 2024. Here's Apple. September 11th, 2024. Apple skyrocketed and reached reversal zone. Intelligent trader understands response at this level will define Apple for years to come. Apple not selling off, crawling up higher. Here comes a reminder. No matter what playing out on Apple, you know where to short, and most importantly, you know where to buy Apple from. So here's Apple on April 30th this year, skyrocketing from Alpha Fibonacci buy point. Sellers clearly proven how weak they are. You buying the bottom with institutions on Apple. You understand this is the most important moment, and you're extremely clear what to do with your position if you're trading Alpha Fibonacci system. You're not a gambler and not a speculator. This is critical key event. To the downside, this is key level on Apple. How to trade this, you learn in the course. That's it, pure and simple. So if you understand the power of precise predictive Alpha Fibonacci chess, you trade at key institutional Alpha Fibonacci levels. You don't spend endless hours in front of the screen. No one wins if you do it. Only your broker does. You understand, as a retail day trader, the first 20 minutes are critical. That's when your eye muscles and your brain waves can devote 100% of the time. After that, your concentration drops. Your cortisol kicks in. So that's absolutely critical moment. So what would your trading be like if you traded with institutional Alpha Fibonacci levels and strategies? As we already reviewed Euro, we already reviewed US dollar. So Theo is a legend in the course. He's in Australia. He comes to classes to share his journey during middle of the night in Australia. He's so obsessed with my system. He's a legend. Theo will be stopping by during our trading bootcamp. And this is absolutely the most powerful words. And the reason I wake up at 4 a.m. because I live and breathe what I do because of journeys like Theo's. As he says, by just looking at my chart, a trader who has taken Alla's excellent course should be able to take a quick glance and identify whether or not it is viable to take any trades. There is no better approach than what Alla teaches. And that's stated by traders all over the world since 20. 11. And you can find my students' emails, but please understand it's less than 1% of my students' emails on the website. I cannot upload every email I receive, and I started posting some of these emails only in the last 2 years. Since 2011, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of emails. That's it. So if you're serious about trading, you came to the right place. I live and breathe what I do, and every single strategy I ever developed, absolutely proven by traders all over the world. As my student made a movie about Fibonacci Trading Institute that you can see on my YouTube channel. So please sign up for my YouTube channel and you can find many, many videos. As again, I have no marketing team. I have zero interest in noise. I have zero interest in wasting my time on the rest of nonsense. I'm only interested working with quality traders. My students are my only marketing power. So when you review all the information on the website, you will see very clearly, this is proprietary system traded globally by traders from beginner to hedge fund manager. Once a year, I teach a bootcamp at no extra cost to new students. I always launch a bootcamp around anniversary of the website. On October 11th will be 15 years since I launched my website. I work with exact same 2 people for 15 years with zero marketing department ever because I dedicate my effort to my students and my system. So when you're joining us in the bootcamp and you're signing up for any of the courses below, Trading Bootcamp is included. We're down to 6 spaces. Website updated once a week. So the value of the bootcamp is priceless, as traders say, because you witness the power and precision of the system in the live markets. So please review the information on the website and understand you do not have to come to live classes. Member area has over 300 recordings of the prior live recorded classes. Private mentoring is always the most desirable option with a trading bootcamp savings of more than $10,000. Every option includes lifetime system for all platforms. Option 2 and 4 include software to day trade futures for NinjaTrader 8 that comes with multi-market scanner and trade recognition software. So if you are on NinjaTrader 8, this is simply invaluable option, lifetime software to day trade futures, option 2 and 4. But if you are on crypto platforms, forex platforms, if you're on TradeStation and all the other platforms, option 1 and 3 appropriate for you. So we have a couple more minutes left, and I would like to highlight to you a very important part. As number of our traders trading crypto on their iPhones. Here we go. Here's Bitcoin with the Alpha Fibonacci System. Identify flawless buy point. So if I bring you back to this chart, and again, I show in classes how to backtest the system going back many years. Here's Bitcoin before the rally, April 1st. You know how to buy? At this level, rules are met, you take a trade, you buy Bitcoin from 77,000 level. Day trading is not for everyone. If you cannot pass patience, discipline, and technical execution, look at the charts once an hour. Look at the chart once a week, once a month. It is absolutely your personal choice. If you're trading 1 minute, 5 minute, daily, hourly, weekly, 4-hour chart, monthly, any chart, Alpha Fibonacci System applies. For Bitcoin, this level is critical. After this level to follow. This is lifeline on Bitcoin. If 77 is out, Bitcoin in free fall. Bitcoin already in bearish correction. So this is extremely important event. This level is critical. This level is a lifeline on Bitcoin. Bullish rally on Bitcoin exhausted as of this morning. Again, we discuss in live classes how to trade Bitcoin. Ethereum. Catastrophic collapse on Ethereum with spectacular buy point. Again, here's Ethereum before the crash. Taking back by a year on Ethereum. September 11th, 2024. You know where to short, you know where to buy from. Starting buy point on Ethereum, we discuss in classes with my students. Here's Ethereum after 50% collapse this morning. So again, if day trading is not your thing, if you're obsessed with profits, but not with financial markets, and you don't want to practice, no problem. Use system long term. You can spend hours making decisions about your trade. You can spend days, all depends on the choice of the time frame you choose to trade. As every single one of my traders trades different instrument, different time frame, different platform. And you can find all of this information on the website. So please, if you have any questions for me, simply pick up the phone and call +1 925 257 4298 or send me an email. And again, please remember, when you come to the website for the very first time, you will see the pop-up to register for the trading room invitation. When you witness the power of the system in the live markets, and you can ask me any questions. So if you're serious about trading, I look forward to seeing you in a bootcamp. Sooner you sign up, more prepared for the bootcamp you will be. Thank you so much.